Hi, I'm Stefan, and this is my 1997 Takamine Santa Fe limited edition guitar. Today I will show you how I fixed my dead AccurAcoustic preamp, so hopefully you can fix yours too. I only use this guitar in the studio and I prefer to record with a microphone. That's why I never noticed my preamp was slowly dying due to aging capacitors. When they go bad, it throws off the whole circuit. That could mean a super quiet output, weird EQ behavior, or even no sound at all. Fixing this takes 3 steps. First, you have to take out the battery. That might not seem like its own step. Can't you just pull the battery out? Well, hopefully yes, and if you can, skip straight to step number 2. But many folks, myself included, have found the battery is stuck. Turns out battery tolerances can vary, and if you get a slightly larger one, you may not remember using just a wee bit of force to put it in until it refuses to come back out. I had already broken off several fingernails, then I stumbled on a genius YouTube video. I'll link it in the description, but here's the secret. Dental floss. I thought it was a joke, but it works. First, make a loop like this. Then put it under the battery cover's ridge like this, making sure the long end is over the latch. It takes a little patience, so take your time. Once you're done, pull gently and the battery pops right out. The floss applies even pressure while at the same time releasing the latch. I now leave the floss in permanently. When someone asks, why do you have dental floss on your guitar? I just say, you never know when you might need some. Next, we're removing the preamp. This is why the battery had to come out. There's a latch inside the battery compartment. You can push it all you want, the preamp will loosen, but it won't come out. I even tried reaching through the sound hole while pushing up. No luck, because there's a second latch you can't see. It's between the level and bass sliders, and you literally have to poke through one of these fader slots. Takamine sells a special tool for this, but I just used a thin plastic tool from a smartphone repair kit. Be sure to use plastic to avoid damage. Feel for the latch and gently press while carefully pulling on the preamp. Once it loosens, press the other latch and take out the preamp. Go slowly here because there are a couple of cables still attached. Unplug those and we're ready for the showdown. Yes, some soldering is involved, but don't worry, I'm no pro either. I just learned enough to be dangerous. I'll link a great repair document by Bradley Bowman with detailed steps and a complete shopping list. The parts were less than $20, so worst case, that would get added to a new preamp if I failed, but thankfully it worked for me on the first try. Sure, some of these old capacitors might still be good, but since I had the whole thing opened, I swapped them all so I don't have to do this again in a few years. Apologies for the low video quality in this part. The sun on my porch threw off my phone's camera, but I'm really only showing you a few steps. The PDF covers everything. First, remove the old capacitors. Some are regular through-hole components, others are tiny SMDs. Replacing SMDs requires skill and special tools, but fortunately you can use regular capacitors soldered onto the opposite side of the circuit board because there's plenty of space in the preamp case. I also added this sticker on the board so I wouldn't get lost flipping it over a million times. Trust me, after the 5th time, everything looks upside down. Now it's time to install the new capacitors. I started with this one. If you have a solder socket, it's easier to clear the holes, bend the legs to hold it in place, solder it, and you're good to go. Here's the complete board with the new capacitors on the opposite side. All that's left to do is to put everything back in place, plug in the cables from the guitar back into the preamp, and install the battery. Let's hear how it sounds. That should be good for the next 10, 15 years, maybe more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.